This phrasal verb, turn against, means betray or to change your loyalty to someone or something. Maybe it could be an institution. Let's practice using it in a sentence to see how we can use turn against. Here is a situation. After the scandal, the famous actor lost many fans. A scandal is an event that happens that offends people or makes people angry. And so, if a celebrity, a famous person does something and it makes people angry or offends them, we can call that a scandal. So that is our situation, that the fans decided not to be fans anymore. First, they were loyal to the actor, but then the actor did something that offended them and made them angry. He did a scandal. And now the fans have turned against the actor. They have betrayed him. They have changed their loyalty. They're no longer loyal to him. The fans turned against the actor. Let's make a when question with that sentence. When? When did the fans turn against? When did the fans turn against the actor? That means, when did they change their loyalty? When did they stop supporting him? When did they start supporting someone else? When did they turn against the actor? And the answer is after the scandal. All right, so they turned against the actor after the scandal. Okay, but we're not stopping there. We're going to do something else with this sentence, all right? So we have the fans turned against the actor after his scandal. Now let's make a tag question. A tag question, it's a little question at the end of a sentence to ask for agreement. Like, don't you agree with me? Don't you think don't you think in the same way? Isn't he, isn't she, aren't they? That's a tag question. And they're kind of hard to do, but they're very common. People do them all the time. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with my idea? That's really what it is. All right, so let's see. We've got they turned against him after the scandal. How would you make a tag question? How would you make one of those questions that means, do you agree with me? Is that true? Well, because they turned against him is in the affirmative, the tag question will be in the negative. Didn't they? Didn't they? They turned against him. Didn't they? They turned against him, didn't they? Isn't that right? Don't you agree? Is that the right thing? All right, now another tricky thing about tag questions is how do you answer them? That's confusing to people. To answer a tag question, you have to agree or disagree with the original idea, not the question. Did he? Didn't she? You don't agree with that. You agree with the original idea. So if I say they turned against him because of the scandal, didn't they? How would you agree with me? How would you say, yes, that's true. Your idea is right. You would repeat my original idea. Yes, they did. They turned against him after the scandal, didn't they? Yes, they did. You're right. That's true. How would you answer, no, you're wrong? Let's say they turned against him after the scandal, didn't they? And you want to tell me, no, that's not correct. Your idea is not correct. Because I said they turned against him, you have to say the opposite. No, they didn't turn against him. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You're wrong. They turned against him, didn't they? No, they didn't. You're wrong. You're wrong about that. Your idea is wrong. It's a little confusing. It takes some practice. It's risky making videos about these because it's so painfully confusing to think about this. You might run away. Let's try another example. So first we'll practice using turn against, but then we'll practice making a tag question. Here is a situation. Mary is in a meeting with several people. Mike is on her team, and he always agrees with her. During the meeting, Mary made a proposal. But Mike said it was a bad idea. Okay, in this case, Mike has changed his loyalties because he and Mary are on the same team. But now he's going against her. So we can say he turned against Mary. He turned against her. He turned against her. He turned against her during the meeting. He changed his loyalties. Let's make a why question. Why? Why did he? Why did he? Why did he? Why did he turn against her? Why did he change his loyalties to someone else or to some other idea? Why did he turn against her? Against her. Why did he turn against her? Against her. Why did he turn against her? Why did he betray her? Why did he turn against her during the meeting? And here's the answer. Because he didn't like her idea. He turned against her. He turned against her. He turned against her because. He turned against her because he. Because he. He turned against her because he. He turned against her because he didn't like her idea. He turned against her because he didn't like her idea. Now you could say he disagreed with her. You could just say disagree if you want. But when you say turn against, that has the idea of betrayal, like he was supposed to be a loyal friend to her, but instead he chose something else. He changed his loyalties. He changed sides. He turned against her. So it's more personal when you say someone turned against you. You're taking it personally. It isn't just that there's a bad idea. It's that maybe he doesn't like her anymore. They're enemies now when they used to be friends. He turned against her. Now, let's take that idea. He didn't like her opinion. He didn't like her idea. Let's take that sentence. He didn't like her idea. If I say to someone, he didn't like her idea, how would you make a question at the end of that statement that means, do you agree with my opinion? He didn't like her idea. Now we have to make a tag question. Our sentence is negative. He didn't like her idea. So our tag question must be affirmative. Did he? Did he? Did he? Did he? Did he? Sounds like that. Did he? He didn't like her idea, did he? He didn't like her. He didn't like her. He didn't like her idea. Did he? Did he? He didn't like her idea. Did he? And that means, do you agree with that? That's my opinion. He didn't like her idea. What do you think? He didn't like her idea, did he? Now, what if you agree with my question, with my idea? He didn't like her idea. What if you... I should have chosen different words. What if you agree with my opinion? He didn't like her idea. How would you answer yes to that? He didn't like her idea, did he? If you agree with me, you repeat my original idea. You're right, that's true. He didn't like her idea. No, he didn't. So if you agree with me, you say no. That's the confusing part. He didn't like her idea, did he? Repeat my original opinion if you agree. He didn't. You're right. He didn't like her. I agree with you. He didn't like her. No, he didn't like her. He didn't like her idea. No, he didn't like her idea. Okay, but now let's see if you disagree with me. If I say to you, if I give you my opinion, he didn't like her idea, did he? And you want to disagree, then you have to do the opposite of my original opinion. My original opinion is, he didn't like her idea. So when you answer, you have to say the opposite. You have to say the affirmative. Yes, he liked her idea. What are you talking about? Are you crazy? Yes, yes he did. Yes, he did like her idea. He didn't like her idea, did he? Yes, yes he did like her idea. You're wrong about that. I disagree with you. It's a little confusing to do that. All right, so he turned against her because he didn't like her idea. He didn't like her idea, did he? Yes, he did like her idea. You're crazy. All right,